This is the top of the range, most expensive Honda City money can buy, the City RS e-HEV. It is also the most technologically advanced B-segment sedan on the market, powered by a 1.5-litre sports i-MMD e-HEV powertrain generating 253 Nm of torque with a claimed fuel consumption of 3.6 litres per 100 kilometres. Full suite of Honda sensing ADAS as well as plenty of other great practical features, which I have covered in detail in my previous in-depth review, which you can click on the pop-up banner to watch it if you haven't. Today I want to attempt KL to Penang and back on one full tank of petrol in the City e-HEV. Based on Honda's claimed fuel consumption figures as well as the City e-HEV's fuel tank capacity of 40 litres, the math works out to a theoretical range of 1,110 kilometres, which we should be pretty comfortable because the distance from KL to Penang is about 750 kilometres through and fro as well as a little bit of rounding around the island. But we at WapCar like to put cars to the real world test, so let's cue the montage and let's go. Before we set off, we're going to fill up the car to the brim, reset the trip computer to 0 and inflate the tyres to the factory recommended pressure. Remember folks, properly inflated tyres goes a long way in reducing fuel consumption and maintaining good ride comfort. This is not a fuel consumption challenge of any sort, no prizes for achieving the lowest figure. So what happened, the team is just heading up north for some work. I figured, why not document and see how far we can push the Honda City e-HEV on one single tank of fuel. No slipstreaming, no crawling, driving dangerously slow, no turning off aircon, just pure, safe, comfortable, responsible, regular, normal, real-world driving as how a, normal, regular driver would drive. The Honda City is a great all-rounder and a fantastic performer, especially on long-distance drives like this, primarily due to its sharp right-hand handling, which gives you the confidence and stability at speed. Then there's the 253 Nm of torque from the 1.5-litre i-MMD e-HEV powertrain, which offers strong acceleration performance, making overtaking a brisk and graceful affair. It is, after all, the fastest B-segment sedan that we've tested on WapCar 0 to 100 in 10.2 seconds, placing it in the same league as cars with 2 to 2.5 litre engine capacity. The working principle of the i-MMD e-HEV powertrain is actually quite trick. At low speeds, the e-motor directly drives the wheels, giving you pure electric drive, while the combustion engine will only kick in and spin at its most optimal engine speed to charge the battery if you need extra juice. But as you're cruising and coasting between 80 to 120 kilometers per hour, as I am right now, the combustion engine directly drives the wheels because at this speed range is where the combustion engine is at its most optimal and efficient levels. But as you're coasting slightly downhill, the combustion engine will just cut off and the kinetic energy gets recuperated and charge up the batteries, giving you extra juice and extra savings. Now, speaking of adaptive cruise control, I believe Honda Sensing has one of the best calibrated ADAS on the market because Honda actually did their R&D testing and collected data on Malaysian roads, which explains why it's so accurate in terms of detecting the irregularities of our road, such as erratic road markings, bikes swerving in and out, and the lane keep assist system has been very reliable in terms of staying on track and keeping the city well in lane. So far, I'm feeling quite confident in terms of handing over the wheel to Honda Sensing, and this dramatically reduces my mental fatigue, so I get to arrive at my destination with a fresher state of mind. Regular viewers of the channel would know that I'm very serious about the big bottle test. Here's why. I can just very quickly rehydrate myself without having to fumble about. And this, I feel, is actually a safety feature. Right, so the cabin of the City is actually a very pleasant place to be in. I love the interior layout. The design is very modern, very techy. And over here you get a very crisp semi-digital instrument cluster display, and over here plenty of cubby spaces for you to throw all your loose items. I love the steering wheel. And over here, the touchscreen infotainment system supports both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and the operation is very slick. The display is also very vibrant, and most importantly, the audio quality that gets pumped up from the 8-speaker setup is actually, quite satisfactory. The mids are great, clarity is there, the treble is also very clear. So cars of this price point and segment, only the City gives you 8-speaker setup. No other cars do that. And if you plan to upgrade your audio system in the future, you have 8 factory speaker slots for you to plug in your upgraded speakers. No cutting, no drilling, no shaving of any of your original body panels. Alright, we finally arrived onto Penang Bridge, just past the toll. So, a little quick fuel update. So, right now, I've just travelled 341 kilometres and I've only consumed 2 bars of petrol as told by the instrument cluster indicator. Average fuel consumption 26.2 kilometres per litre, and I still have remaining range of 473 kilometres. So if my math is right, I will gain about 814 kilometres from this tank of fuel. This is astonishing. I will have no issues driving it around, going back to KL with this tank of fuel. Alright, we've done our business here, now heading back to KL. Since I've done all the driving yesterday, I'm handing over the driver's seat to my colleague Fazli. Time to get some rest in the backseat of the City as we make our way back to KL. So in total, we've covered 814 kilometers, comprising of 20% city and 80% highway driving. The City e-HEV needed 33.007 litres of RON 95 to be filled up to the brim again, costing us 67.66 ringgit, cheaper than our toll fees. This works out to a real-world fuel consumption of 24.6 kilometers per litre or 4.05 litres per 100 kilometers. Mission accomplished! KL Penang back to KL on one single tank of fuel, 4.05 litres per 100 kilometers in the Honda City e-HEV. Overall, it wasn't a particularly challenging task. I didn't have to hypermile or try to push to the absolute limit to extract every single drop of petrol. It was all done in grace and comfort. Brisk acceleration, incredibly spacious, stellar handling and astonishing fuel consumption. If you're looking for a practical family sedan and you're very particular about your monthly fuel bills, this Honda City e-HEV will be the perfect car for you. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of this fuel consumption? Impressive or nay? As always, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this.
The power of dreams.